The Department of Tourism, or DOT, and the Department of Trade and Industry, or DTI, are eyeing to boost the country's creative industry to promote Filipino-made products. Our JM Pineda lays out the details in this report.
The growth of the creative industry in the Philippines cannot be denied. For many Filipinos, this has become their main source of livelihood. Based on data from the Philippine Statistics Authority, or PSA, the creative industry contributed 1.94 trillion pesos to the Philippine economy in 2024, an 8.7% increase compared to 2023's 1.78 trillion pesos. The Department of Tourism, or DOT, and the Department of Trade and Industry, or DTI, are targeting now to further strengthen this sector and promote Filipino-made products. Today, the two agencies launched the Ranyag, or Light Creative Tour, which showcases various businesses under the creative industries.
Itong Ranyag na ito ay bagong circuit natin. This is on creative industries. So, kasama natin ang DTI ngayon because of the Ranyag. Ranyag is an Ilocano term which means shine, or brightness. Yan. So, we're showing what is shining in Pangasinan and La Union. Coming months or maybe next year, we will be bringing this also in farther north, that is in Ilocos Norte and Ilocos Sur.
The first stop of the tour was in Pangasinan, a province rich in culture passed down by our ancestors. Among this is the centuries-old tradition of sword making, or pagpapanday, in the town of Posorobio. One of the most popular shop for this type of craftsmanship is the De Guzman shop, founded by Tatay Boy, who died in 2016 and passed his talent and business in his daughters.
Nung unang panahon pa is pandayan po talaga dito. So, puro mga gamit pang bahay, panggamit garden, at bukid, ganyan. So, yun po. Kaya nag-start po yung sword dahil nga nung nag-retire po ang father ko, or early retirement siya sa kanyang Philippine Constabulary. Syempre, may mga ideas siya sa mga jungle knife, mga buwi, yung mga ganun na related sa military. So, therefore, doon siya nag-start din. Dahil may idea na siya sa pagpapanday. So, yun naman po ang ginawa niya. Then, doon na po, pinakilala niya yung ating mga products sa, dito sa Clark, di ba, may mga, pa dyan nung unang panahon, may mga Amerikano. So, yun, hanggang itong mga Amerikano naman na to, gusto naman nila magpa-customize.
While many Filipinos have abandoned this kind of livelihood, the people of Pangasinan continue to preserve and revive this unique cultural heritage. For them, government support is a big help in giving their craft recognition and exposure.
Mahalaga sa turisto mo kasi parang doon nila makikita na ay may paggawaan pala sa Posorobio. At of course, syempre may showroom tayo na dito lang matatagpuan. Kaya nung na-declare po noong year 2011 na ang one town one product po ng Posorobio ay swords, kaya tayo ay mayroon tayong biggest sword po dito na siyang i-display natin. And of course, minsan pag na-invite naman po tayo for parade, yan po yung dinadala natin.
In neighboring province La Union, DOT also visited a family-run wood carving business that has been operating for more than 2 decades, providing livelihood to local people. Among them is Tatay Lorenzo, who has been carving wood since his elementary years.
Malaking tulong po ito kasi ito talaga ang trabaho namin simulat na bata pa kami. Pwede naman nakapag-aral na yung mga anak namin dahil lang dito sa Bukid.
He added that DOT and DTI activities greatly benefit their craft, especially after their industry was heavily affected by the pandemic. JM Pineda from the National TV Network for a new and better Philippines.